Like he inspired me in how unique he was and how you could see him move and you'd be like, it's Rob Van Dam move. You could see
Mhm.
movement, like, you'd be like, "Hey, moving like Rob Van Dam." Like he was just like he was an innovator in so many ways. And I remember like growing up, like playing wrestling games, I'd be picking Rob Van Dam. You know, is
The move set.
yeah, like everything. He just man, he was always the coolest person to me growing up. And then a lot of people say like don't meet your idol and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
met him and he was the coolest motherfucker I ever met. Like it was a pleasure from start to finish. Um, we we initially met. I shook his hand, you know, told him me and him and stuff, and you know he seemed excited. But like when I seen him walking in, I seen there was like a bit of a limp, you know, and like it's kind of like he was doing the wrestler's walk as we call it. It's like you see like guys that have
Years
been
on the
wrestling
road.
over 20 years. Yeah, like the hips don't really move the way like you know regularly. They like limp a little bit, and
Mm.
I seen him walking in, and I was like, shit, maybe he doesn't have it anymore. Maybe this isn't, you know, the Rob Van Dam I grew up watching. And the moment where all of that escaped my mind was when we were talking about the match. And he was talking about like the type of stuff that I do. And he was asking like what kind, and I was saying like I, you know, have a base in kickboxing. You know, my primary, you know, function in wrestling is like true freestyle wrestling. These are all the things that you know I'm influenced by, and we were discussing that, and he was like, "Oh, so you do like spin kicks and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I showed him like the kicks that I do. And he was like, "Oh well, that one would be work really well if I done this," and like he just like took a step back and jumped up in the air and done this fucking impeccable fucking jumping spinning kick, and I was like, oh, at that moment I was like fuck, that's Rob Van Dam. I was like,
Yeah.
that's Rob Van
Yeah.
Dam. I'm
Yeah.
actually wrestling Rob Van Dam. And we were talking more about it, and he was getting excited about like ideas that I was having. And he was like, yeah, yeah. And then he was like, I could try that. And then maybe if, and like, it was, we were like just going back and forth creatively. And that was like, that was a dream come true then. And he was saying shit like, yeah, I'd love to do this. And he was like, fuck it, I'll try it and see if my body, you know, if my body allows it. And
Yeah.
just stuff like that. And I went out, and obviously the stadium was fucking packed out. And I'm standing there, you know, face to face at the idol. And, you know, the crowd is like, Scotty Davis, Rob Van Dam. And there's these dueling chants.
Mm.
And we're circling each other, ready to lock up. And he turns and he goes, yo, these guys love you. And I'm just there, like, fuck, you know, like,
No
like
pressure.
I was getting fucking emotional. Like I'm there in the national stadium, you know, fucking all the pressure in the world on me, and you know, I'm getting emotional, just ready to lock up